It's all yours, Phil.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wonderful. Well, good morning. My name is Phil Wolfstein, and I'm a business broker with Zoom Business Brokers in Los Angeles. My name is PhilWolfstein, and my phone number is 310-663-2180. Email address phil.wolfstein@zbdcorp.com. And I'm here interviewing Bob Friedenthal, who's the owner of mycitycom this morning, and a maven on LinkedIn and social media marketing. And I'm so happy to be able to conduct this podcast. Bob, tell us what you do.
Well, what we do is we manage people's LinkedIn accounts. I've been doing that for 14 years. We use automation in the podcasting, or in the pod. What am I doing? We use automation in LinkedIn, and it's highly successful. But within the last 3 weeks now, I started doing podcast interviews myself, and oh my God, has it taken off? We had, just understand, this is only like 3 weeks in, and we had over 70 views for our clients just yesterday alone. So my objective is to by next week be hitting 100. So that's what I do. So we manage LinkedIn. I'm moving heavily into Facebook again, which I did before, because you got to be all over the board, right? You got to do everything. You got to get your brand out there.
Well, yeah, and I'd like to add is it's one of the reasons why I requested that we do this podcast is because as a client of yours, I'm getting an excellent result on that podcast. So the feedback from my connections on LinkedIn has really exceeded my expectations. But tell me what makes you different than other LinkedIn experts or social media marketers.
Well, just the fact that I've got the experience alone puts me way in front of most people. But we've also incorporated automation into making connections and sending messages, which is very, very powerful. I personally like to talk to my clients, and I try to do so every couple weeks at minimum, figuring out what's working, what's not working, making adjustments we see. And I don't know very many companies that do that where they're, communicating with the client quite frequently. Now, because of these podcasts, boom, I've struck another gold mine. And also we're starting to bring in Facebook, which I used to do, but I had gotten so busy with LinkedIn that I stopped doing Facebook, but I'm back in the saddle. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, I know you deal with a wide range of clients, but who would you like to meet by vocation?
Well, any vocation will work for me. I work with CPAs, estate planning attorneys, divorce attorneys, financial advisors, business brokers, insurance guys, just straight old-fashioned insurance. So I'm all over the board. But what I'm really looking for is somebody that wants to grow their business, and I can show them how we could do it. That's simple.
Well, what would be the singular most important vocation that you think you're missing and would like to fill right now?
Well, that's a darn good question, because I think I need some more CPAs in our
Right.
mix. Divorce attorneys, since 50% of our population is getting divorced, there's a wide open market there,
Right.
and they need to market themselves. And most professionals like CPAs and estate planning attorneys and divorce attorneys, all attorneys, they're not traditional marketing people. So I work with realtors, I work with mortgage people. So anybody that wants to grow, I can make it happen.
Good stuff. Well, I know the answer to this pretty much in advance, but I want to share this with the listeners. Say, On a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate yourself in terms of a business referral, referring businesses?
Maybe a 10. Oh, I love giving referrals. I
That's what I
follow the
figured.
BNI
Yeah.
model of giver's gain. Dr. Ivan Meisner's
Yes.
psychologist or something along. He was my client many, many years ago, and I followed that motto, and I'm stuck on it. You know, you don't want to start talking to somebody and go sell, sell, sell. I've been selling for over 40 years. And my whole thing is find out what their problems are. And if you can't address the problem, you shouldn't be selling them in the first place. So I'm very, very hooked on that
Right.
principle. Okay. So I'm a
Gotcha.
7 or 10 out of 20.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that I love giving referrals. That's where you start the relationship with anybody that's in the business world. Okay.
What I was going to ask is, does mycity.com have a referral process or a program in place?
You already know that answer, but I'll answer it for the rest
I
of
do.
the audience.
I do, but I want them to get it from the horse's mouth. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, we have. I developed some referral software several years ago on mycity.com, and I use it religiously because it helps me track who I've sent referrals to. So there's 3 people that get an email. One is the person that you're sending an introduction to another person, and then you as the individual that set it up, you also get an email informing you that message did go out. So, by the way, one of the things that I'm really, really focusing on now, my city, it used to be one of the 400 most trafficked sites in the world. I bought the company out of bankruptcy in 2002. And then I got into I'll make this a quick story. I got into a dispute with the people that I bought it from. They were venture capitalists, but they turned into vulture capitalists, and they started creating too many problems. I ended up suing them. I shut the site down. I just totally shut it down. 400 most trafficked site in the world, and I shut the site down. So my stock reverted to the SBA. I got the stock back, and I didn't do anything with it for a lot of years, but now it's in the generation where it's really a great referral system when people use it. And I'm putting more concentration into that now too.
Very good. And you talk a lot, and I know we've only got a couple minutes left. I wanted you to talk about your networking groups, and I know I participate in the networking group on Friday mornings at 8 a.m. It's small but highly effective. We've gotten professionals, and through the referrals, have actually gotten listing appointments and done some business and closed some deals. So I'm very excited about that. I wanted you to talk about the networking groups because I know we're looking for a variety of vocations and professionals to join and participate.
Well, it's kind of interesting that this just kind of took off as a networking group, the one that you're in, that the people gelled and we started seeing action. Now I'm thinking about helping to formalize those introductions, maybe using the MyCity referral system, just to make sure and track it. And then we can promote the fact that this referral group is not a standard referral group. So that's one of my key objectives there.
Very good. Well, listen, I know people listening, I encourage you, learn more, contact Bob. He's going to give you the full information and contact information for mycity.com and himself. And Bob, it's a pleasure being able to conduct this podcast with you this morning.
Thank you so much. So my contact information, my first name's Bob. My last name is Friedenthal, spelled Friedenthal. It means Peaceful Valley, but my wife will never agree to that. My phone number is area code 310-736-5787. And my email is bob@mycity.com. Go check out My City. I think you'll find some very interesting things on there that will help you to elevate. I've done what I call reverse engineering of LinkedIn. LinkedIn has taken away all the only thing you get when you get a download right now, and this don't mean to keep this going on, but when you get a download from your LinkedIn connections, the only thing you get is name and vocation. They took away the phone numbers, they took away the email addresses, the city, state zip codes, tagging system, website address, all those things disappeared. So I have a research team that goes into your LinkedIn connections, and we will research all that data. I've got like 7 people working on this, and it's valuable if you're willing to use it. It's the whole key. You got to be willing to use data, and data is the new oil. That's what the world is all about. It's all about data. So anyway, I appreciate it, Phil. You want to give your contact information again?
Sure. And I'd just like to add to the final comment there that it works. It's generating leads and listing appointments, and for me, closings, which is most important. My name is Phil Wolfstein. I'm a certified business broker with Zoom Business Brokers. Phone number 310-663-2180. And my email address is phil.wolfstein@zbbcorp.com. Bob, thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.